1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in a Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll.
Hey, what's good out there, man? Y'all be sure to like and subscribe so you will get that notification, and I'll pop right back up like I'm on a parole violation. Yeah, that's me gassing on the intro, and that song is available on a 10-song EP. You can get it directly from me by digital download. Hit me up on my email, 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram, 16DALIFE, 16 to life, all one word, Cash App, or Zelle me $20, and I'm gonna get it to you ASAP. So by now, I'm pretty sure that many of y'all have heard of and probably also saw the video as well, where you had Luce Cannon happen to run across Cowboy at a gas station somewhere in Barstow, and they got into a little scuffle.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do. I got my baby here. I got my baby here. All type of shit, bro. Come on, baby.
Not only do I have that video, but we also have Luce Cannon's version of the story, as well as the bystander who was there on No Jumper. So let's check this out. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, robbery. So before I take that,
where were you? Were you in Vegas or were you in LA? And how did you end up running into Cowboy?
Okay, so look,
I'm going to trial. About
I'm leaving Vegas. I'm in Barstow now, right? So I hop out to get gas. You gas up. So
now, for those of you that's not from California or familiar with the California area, this random meeting that they're talking about just happens to be basically in the middle of nowhere. You know, a lot of people thought that they was running a play. This was fake. This was set up. But no, they just happened to have a random meeting. Now, Barstow is actually in the Mojave Desert, and it's basically in the middle of the trip between Vegas and Los Angeles. It's like maybe 2 hours from Vegas, maybe about 2 hours from Los Angeles. So it just happened to be a chance meeting.
I hop out.
That's so random.
Yeah, why
you
were
would
you there?
run into
Yeah.
that's in between Vegas and LA.
Yeah, like the most random town with a bunch of restaurants and shit, right?
That's where everybody stopped to get gas.
So
that Del Taco right there.
So I stopped to get gas, right? When I'm walking in, a fan said, "Hey, Luce Cannon, what's up? Like, I'm a big fan and blah 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 blah." Right? So we just talking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cowboy tried to dope me. I had the phone in my hand, so he hit the phone and then I grabbed Cuz and then I swing on him, right? And then they brought it up like, "No, my baby, his girl jump out and all that."
The
other
dude
stuff
from the
like
Bay that was with, right?
Yeah. So he's now Cowgirl is 10 feet away, right? And then he pulls out his phone while I'm walking back into the store. So when I come out the store,
now you know me, y'all. I got to keep it 100, right? And so the problem and the question a lot of people are gonna have with this version of events that's being told by Luce Cannon is, okay, so you standing there, you talking to a fan. Now when Cowboy comes up and he tries to dope fiend you, sucker punch you, steal on you, hit you without looking, all depending on what area you're from and what terminology that you use. Once you turn around and you swing on him and you see who it is and you're thinking, okay, this dude just tried to dope fiend me. Why would you walk away and then go up in the store? Why not continue to try to engage on a person that just tried to dope fiend you, especially a person that you've been beefing with on the internet? And like I say, I'm keeping it 100. That's going to be the question a lot of people are going to have with, his actions in leaving and going into the store.
I put up put on my shoes. I'm like, cuz let's go outside and get down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I was like, I said,
So
let's
who
go
ran back
across
to
the
the
street.
car?
So they dropped the car. He got in the car and he took off. But we got the content.
He drive tow trucks in Barstow.
No. So the goofy dude, he backed into another car and he wrecked the dude's car.
Yeah.
And then the dude was like, bro, like you messed up my car or whatever. He was like, well, I'm gonna take you to a tire shop and get it towed, right? So he goes, put his car up. Remind you, he have a 4-year-old with him. You get what I'm saying?
Cowboy or the other?
No, the dude from the Bay.
So he ran into Cowboy.
Yeah, Cowboy ran into him.
In what? A tow truck?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when he,
I thought they were helping. I thought the dude was helping Cowboy with his car.
No. Cowboy was helping him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he put the car up. It was going to take him to the thing. So it happened. I pull up. When I pull up or whatever like that, I'm going by the thing. So when the dude started talking, I turned around. I'm on the phone, right? Talking to my homie. I greet him or whatever like that. Cowboy tried to swing. I grabbed cousin and whistling. So his. I don't know if it's his wife or girl or anything like that. And then the dude jumped in the middle, was like, no. So when y'all see the thing, this nigga probably rambling, trying to get his phone to try to get some content, right? So when that happened, I come out, I'm like, listen, cuz, we're gonna have to get down, right? So I put on my shoes. I'm like, cuz, we could go across the street and get down because, they tripping. So he was like, all right, he put the car down. Then he jumped in the car and took off running. Took off.
For the people at home, this is about the most random place you'd ever see a op in your entire life, at a gas station in Barstow.
I feel like it'll happen.
Two LA gang members, and you.
Now, apparently, what we have coming up next is, I guess, maybe in talking to this bystander who happened to be there or whatever, Luce Cannon happened to get his phone number or whatever. So now they're going to have him call in actually and give you his side of it, his version and stuff like that. So let's get into that. Let's check that out.
See each other there.
Oh my God. I always
he on the phone.
Who's there? This is the guy from the Bay?
Yeah, that's the guy from the Bay.
What's going on?
I thought he was from Long Beach.
This G Battle. What's up with you, Adam?
What's up, G? We're trying to hear your story about how you happened to see this little scuffle that took place earlier.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. It was hella random because, bro, I was just stopping at the gas station, to re-up on some gas, put my baby in the bathroom so he can pee and shit, so we can get back on the road. So when I come outside and pay for the gas, I noticed that it's a little scrape on my car and my back tire on flat. So I'm looking at the car that's right next to me. It's like a Ford F-150 with like a trailer on the back that you haul cars with. So I'm looking at how close it was. I'm like, this trailer done popped my tire and scratched my shit. So I'm getting ready to go to the driver's side to address the person like, hey, you just damaged my car. And I can't go nowhere because I don't got a spare. So the person that jumped out is Cowboy. So I'm like, oh, this shit crazy. So I'm like, let's cover the Cowboy. Now, mind you, I had seen Cowboy last year at the Tupac's Star, when he got the Star in the Walk of Fame. They had an after party, and with the Shakurs and all the shit. I had performed with Tretch. So Jay Stone and Cowboy, that was my first time actually meeting them. So, I was like, okay, bro, cool and shit. So I had reminded him of that. He was like, bro, I'll pay for the tire. I'll take care of whatever. And just let me know what the damage gonna be. So I called Roadside. Roadside, like, it's gonna be 2 hours to get your car, to pick your car up. Because they had the tow truck drivers was like in Victorville or some crazy shit. They was busy. So Cowboy was like, shit, I could put your shit on the back of this trailer and lift it up and just take your shit down the road to Barstow, get you a new tire. I'll pay for the tire, whatever the damage is. So I'm like, fuck it. I got the baby with me, but I'm gonna take the chance. The nigga said he gonna pay for it. This Cowboy, everybody know the nigga ain't gonna be hard. He try to stiff me, I'm gonna be able to find it. So he lifted the car up. So while he lifting the car up, he gotta put chains around the tire so if he accelerate on the gas, it won't slide off of the trailer. So as he putting the chains on the car, Luce Cannon pull up. But I don't know it's him until he get out the car. So I'm like, when I see Brett get out the car, I instantly recognize his face like it's Luce Cannon. So I'm instantly gonna go introduce myself.
He told
I
us.
see Brett do his thing.
Now, see, that's crazy right there because, you know, you have two dudes going back and forth on the internet. I don't even know what they happen to be beefing over. I didn't even really know they was beefing. But so you have these two dudes, you know, talking, going back and forth from the internet, you know, and they just happen to bump into each other at a random place, random meeting. So, like, you know, that just lets you know, man, you never know who you may run across. And so that's why sometimes, you know, I just refrain from getting into this useless, meaningless back and forth bickering. You know, some people do it in the name of content, and man, you know, it's crazy because, you know, this stuff actually could have went bad. But anyway, let's hop back into it.
Social media and shit. Well, let me go say what's up to bruh. So then, as I'm introducing myself, telling him I fuck with his content or whatever, we walking more back towards the end of the trailer where he lifted my car up. Now, when we walking back towards that way, that's where Cowboy is standing there. So I guess Cowboy took notice to him, and then boom, that's when the shit kicked off right there. Cowboy girl jumped out the car. She's trying to grab him, and I'm trying to get in the middle of these niggas because now he done got my car all the way 5 feet up in the air on this trailer, and my baby is still inside the car on the trailer. That's so I'm crazy. Thinking like, okay, if these niggas finna get out, like they already started getting down, but if this shit escalate, now I gotta make sure I protect my baby first. Like,
hey, yeah, and that's shout outs to him, man, you know, for being a good father. I be tripping on sometimes when you see individuals nowadays, they get into it, whether it's in Walmart, a restaurant, or whatever. Some of these individuals will have their kids with them, young kids, and it seems like that doesn't even matter to them. They'll go to fight and you hear the babies, the kids screaming and crying in the background, you know. And so, yeah, man, just shout out to this dude right here, you know, for being aware that he got his son with him.
Fuck the fight. Like, I gotta get these niggas to quit squabbling.
Dedicated.
Yeah. One time show up or something.
Yeah.
What if one of these niggas strapped and get the busting at the other nigga? I don't know how serious it is because I never knew that they had a problem. You know, so I had, after the fight got diffused, I went inside and I was telling Luce Cannon, like, bro, you know, I ain't know no snake shit, or I didn't even know that y'all had an issue because I kind of said bro name when he got out the car. I don't know if Cowboy had Pete, who I was talking to, because I said his name kind of loud, but I was genuinely excited to see it. So, you know, then I told Cowboy, like, take my shit down, bro, because I can't roll with you nowhere now, nigga. Because you, this nigga named Luce Cannon, but you more of a Luce Cannon today. Because you tweaking this shit, I got my baby in the car and all type of shit. Like, if anything, you should have gave bro a pass or been like, you know what, I know I got a problem, but this nigga, I just hit this nigga car. He got his baby in the car. Let me let bro do his thing, and I'll get up with you later. But bro was just tweaking that time.
So you were actually there. From your perspective, did either Cowboy or Luce Cannon act like a pussy ass hoe, or did they stand on business? Let's hear your opinion.
And once again, man, there goes soft ass Adam stirring the pot, you know, just trying to get content at the expense of a confrontation between these two dudes, you know, knowing that if somebody confronted him, we already seen what he gonna do. We already seen when the dude on his show fired on the dude, Little Kelpie, he wasn't even involved in the fight and got nervous. So yeah, you know, we got to be sharp, y'all, and we got to stop letting Adam add fuel to the fire.
Hell nah. Cowboy instantly kicked that shit off, and Luce Cannon didn't run or nothing. You feel me? Luce Cannon tried to get back down with him, but I jumped in the middle to break that shit up because I already knew what it was gonna get to, and I was lightweight in panic mode because all I was thinking about was my baby. So
tell them what happened when I came out the school.
Like, if my baby wasn't there and all that shit, I would let them niggas get out.
Okay.
But
did you see Cowboy sucker punch him?
I saw that.
Would you? But you would call it a sucker punch?
I would say, like what the homie Nita Boy said, a dope fiend.
A dope fiend,
a dope fiend.
Essentially the same thing.
So it's basically the same thing. Like, he didn't expect that shit. They didn't square up. Like, he didn't say, bitch ass nigga was hand. He just threw the first punch. But bro didn't cower, didn't run away. He tried to get back on, bro. So didn't nobody get marked out on no shit like that? Didn't nobody get...
What happened at the end? What happened at the end when I put on my shoes?
At the end, he was trying to tell bro, like, you feel me, what's up when he wanted to spare one, or he wanted to go head up with bro, and bro got in the car and drove up.
So did you get your car fixed?
I mean, bro, I had to sit there right after these niggas the police showed up. I had to deal with that shit And that was the main thing I was trying to avoid. One time,
Cowboy left.
Yeah,
Cowboy
yeah.
did right the hell out.
No. When I was pressing him for a fade, and I'm telling like, cuz I got my shoes on, let's go across the street. So I'm telling him, let's go across the street. Mind you, the car is still on the trailer. So he have enough time to, walk. I put on my shoes. I'm in the middle of the street. Like, come on, cuz, let's get down. You get what I'm saying? That
I wasn't
stopped.
gonna let him.
He stopped what he was doing, let down his car. Once he let down his car, I'm telling him I'm in the middle of the street. Like, come on, cuz, let's get down. Cuz got in the car and drove off.
Seeing a tow truck is a hilarious way to make a getaway.
Hey, I'll tell you like this, bro. I feel like in that situation, it wasn't a fair fight for neither side because I was in the middle of the cowboy woman was in the middle of the it wasn't really chunking them like that. They ain't really have an opportunity to really chunk them like that. I wouldn't gonna let that shit escalate because I had something greater to lose than whatever these niggas had going on.
Gotta protect the baby, yeah.
But you don't think that Cowboy should have stayed and like afterwards and like
yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you don't think when
to be honest, I'm happy that nigga left, bro, because the police right after both these niggas pulled off. One time pulled up, jumping out with paperwork and all type of shit, bro. And they was looking at me funny, and I did the little shit that the nigga did on Titanic, and just held my baby hella close to me and shit, and act like he was having a good time. But they came over there tweaking because somebody from the inside called one time while they was outside having a little issue. Wow. So I'm happy that bro drove the fuck off because if they would have seen two niggas outside fighting, all three of us would have went to jail. Now my baby in limbo in the middle of the fucking desert. And I couldn't have that, bro.
No, from your perspective, that makes total sense. Very level
situation.
I'm happy that nigga drove off.
Damn.
But at the same time, I feel where Luce Cannon coming from because he want to have his squabble and whatever the fuck made Bro mad. You feel me? He decided to do what he did. It was just the wrong time. And even if you listen to the video, Cowboy apologizing to me on there.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're the guy that was there, you saw it happen. You're saying you saw him fire on him from the side, essentially, didn't know it was coming, and then of course, like from Luce's perspective, like that's not cool at all. And then he gets in the car and dips away in a tow truck. It's wild.
That's like almost as bad.
Now, I don't know why they keep saying Cowboy was in a tow truck when dude on the phone clearly said that he was in a F-150 with a trailer on the back. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just doing my little interruption because when we do these reactions, we can't just sit back and let the whole entire content play because that's like stealing somebody else's content. Then it no longer falls up under the under that law that allows us fair use to react to other people's content. So every now and then they want us to interrupt, add our opinion, and pretty much change the dynamics or the structure of the video.
Bass is driving off in an Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile.
Or one of those cars that you crank to the side.
And so I think we've seen enough of that right there. And as I was saying earlier in the video, you will have cats on YouTube going back and forth, being confrontational, getting into it. And you never know who you're going to run across on what particular day. What were the chances that both these dudes who were from Los Angeles and I think may or may not live in Vegas happened to be at the same gas station at the same time, basically in the middle of nowhere pretty much. So you heard Luce Cannon's version. You also heard the version of the bystander who just happened to be there. Anyway, y'all make y'all own minds up on who did what. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.